November is here. And apart from being the month that we put up our Christmas trees, I have already put up mine yesterday. I love Christmas. It is also an important month for us PreCure fans. It is usually when we get to learn the title of the next year's PreCure season. Is this gonna happen this month in 2024? Probably. Hello everyone, it's Leo, and in this video I'm going to talk about my 5 wishes for 2025 PreCure. I decided to go with 5 because 2025. And we don't have the title of the next season yet, but I did a video on the dates that the titles were revealed and then the websites were revealed, and also sometimes leaks leaks appeared because they are not revealed. They appear. And if you'd like to check it out, it is, I think, a nice conversation for us to learn what to expect and when to expect things, because there's never really a set date for a PreCure reveal. But judging by the pattern that happened in past years, we can kind of know. So you can check that video if you'd like to know more about dates, but it's probably gonna happen at the end of November. But we can also have surprises, we never know. And before we start, I just wanted to highlight this beautiful artwork done by Constant Art Block, which is an amazing artist. This is Itsy Bitsy PreCure, their fan season. I love this artwork. I love this fan season so much. The cures look super, super cute. Art Block's socials will be linked down below, so if you'd like to check them out, please do. Their artwork is really amazing. And before we start the 5 things that I want, I just want to say that there are certain things that I always talk about. One of them is wanting a dark-skinned cure. I really want to see another one. We have Elena, and I really want to see more. I would love to see a Brazilian cure, a Brazilian Japanese cure. Girl, I would love to see that. That is another one of my dreams. I also would love to see a cure with a different body type. I would love to see another adult cure like Butterfly, but maybe a little older, maybe like a cure who's already working. Butterfly was working, but I would like to see a little bit more of that. And a cure with a disability as well. That would also be nice to see. So those are things that I want for every season. So I'm just mentioning it here, but I want them every single time. And another thing that I always want is another green cure. And this is not really part of the 5 things that I want, but I really want another green cure in this season. I did a video last week or 2 weeks ago, I don't remember, that I defended green cures because I feel like they add a lot to the aesthetic of the season, and aesthetics are relevant as well, especially for merchandise and posters, promo images. I feel like green cures, they add a lot of flavor, and I use Airi from Himitsu no Aipri here because I really love this shade of green in her, and I feel like it would work perfectly in a cure. I would love to see a cure with this lighter shade of green like this. It would look amazing in a season. Here we have Cure Celestia. This is one of the cures from Winglight. I'm a very big fan of Winglight, who is also an artist who creates fan cures, and he created this beautiful cure, Cure Celestia. Look at this green shade. Girl, imagine if we had something like that. I would love to see something like that in a season, so just part of the role. And another thing that I always want, which is getting redundant already, idols. And here I am using this picture of me with Wasta, which is a group that I adore. Look at my Kurnyami t-shirt. And this is a funny situation. We took this picture this year in Anime Friends here in Brazil. Wasta came to Brazil. It was gorgeous. And the Wasta colors are exactly the wonderful PreCure colors. We have pink, purple, blue, and green. Look. Exactly the colors from wonderful PreCure. And Wasta also has some sort of animal theme. There are lots of dog and cat themed songs among their songs. I love this coincidence so much. It is really, really nice. So now let's start. I just wanted to say this, which is something I repeat every time, and I also like having songs in a show, and I feel like idols and songs, they go very well together. I feel like there is a high chance of us having something musical next year, so I'm really believing on that. So let's start with my number one wish for next year's PreCure. I would really like to have a 6-girl team, a 6-member team. You know, I would love to have another 6-member team, just like Kira Kira PreCure. If you follow Magical Cinnamon for a while, you probably know Kira Kira is one of my favorite seasons. It's probably my favorite. I love Kira Kira PreCure. They are my heart and soul. I love them. And I feel like one of the things that people say a lot, some people say, is that big casts like this are hard to work with. And I would say I disagree, because I feel like PreCure is such a long-running show. It runs for like around 50 episodes. So it's a big show. It's something huge. And there is enough time to work with everyone. I feel like Kira Kira did it brilliantly. It worked so well with the 6 main characters, with the 6 cures of the show. Even Cure Chocolat, which some people say that they disagree with me, but I really believe that Cure Chocolat was shining bright in this season, especially because she is the most popular member nowadays. Like, she's nowadays the most popular member of Kira Kira, at least among Japanese fans. So, you know, stellar. But not only the cures, they were also able to work really nicely with Pecorin and Julio, for example, not even talking about the villains, who were also gorgeous in Kira Kira. So honestly, there is enough space for a big team, for a big cast of members. Five cures, teams of 5, were also able to be worked brilliantly. We had Hirogaru Sky, which had 5 characters, brilliantly worked inside the season. We had Star Twinkle. We have Wonderful now, and even though Wonderful only has 4 cures, we have the 4 cures and Satru, who is an amazing character. We have Nico Sama, who is being built up super nicely as well. So I feel like PreCure is able to work with big casts of cures. I mean, sometimes they fumble, but they also fumble with small casts as well. It is something that happens with narratives in general. You know, so I don't think this would be a problem. I would love to see another team of 6, even though I believe next year's team is going to be comprised of 5 members at the end of the season. You know, like after the mid-season cure joins, I feel like it will end with 5, but I wanted 6. And, you know, Kira Kira needs another team like this. And still talking about the cure part of the show, I would love to see form changes. We had a couple of form changes in PreCure. We had the amazing form changes from Happiness Charge. So this is the second thing that I would love to see. We have the amazing Happiness Charge form changes. I love them, and they create such a nice dynamic inside the show. You know, like, thinking of Happiness Charge, minor form changes would be really cool. I would love to see that. You know, they're in the battle and they use a form change to perform a minor attack. They come back to their regular form. I would love to see that. But I would also love to see something huge, like Mahotsukai had gorgeous form changes as well. They were so pretty, and they're so beautiful. I love it. Oh my god. And you know, it just creates different designs, different powers. I love to see that. And Wonderful also brought it in a smaller scale, but it also brought it. I love the visual representations of the special powers that the cures get in Wonderful. I think that was also a creative idea, and it adds a lot to the cure portion of any season that has form changes. So I would love to see form changes. And still in the realm of form changes, which is related to the battles or to the action portion, I would love to see minions again. Like, we have the villains and we might have the monster of the day, but we also have those minions. Like, we have the Notorei in Star Twinkle, for example, and we also have, for example, the Psyarchs in Happiness Charge. We have them in Heart Catch as well. I think they are such a great addition to any season that has them. You know why? I think that every time we have minions like those, the Cures are able to use their powers more freely. They're able to fight in funny ways, in different ways, and be a little bit more creative with their powers. Happiness Charge and Heart Catch brought it so much, and I would love to see it again. Please bring minions again to PreCure. Oh my god, I would love to see that. Now the third thing that I would love to see is figure skating. I know I might be triggering people with this. Yuri on Ice, the canceled movie. Girl, I'm still not over that. I'm still so angry about it. I love Yuri on Ice, and I think figure skating is so beautiful. I would love to see a season focused on figure skating, but I feel like it's too out there because I feel like this as a theme of a season would not work very nicely because it's not very accessible to everyone, and I feel like PreCure usually has themes that are very like accessible to everybody, like nature, like fun, or like music or animals. You know, no matter where you are in the world, no matter your status in the world, you will know these themes. And figure skating is a little bit more contained. It lives more in its own bubble. But I would love to see a character focused on figure skating, a Cure focused on figure skating. I know we have Homare in Hugto, and I really think that they could go an extra step. In Hugto, we kind of had a lot, I won't say a lot, but we had a few moments of figure skating. We had Homare and Angri, and I feel like both of them brought figure skating to the center stage of Hugto sometimes. But I feel like Homare's character arc with the figure skating was not the main focus of her character. And I would like for the figure skating to be the main focus of a character, you know? I think that it would be really, it would be something really cool for a character. Even though I like the moments of figure skating in Homare's case, but think more of Angri's plot line. There, I mean, at least when it comes to Cure Infinite, because he had other plot lines as well in Hugto, which were gorgeous, by the way. But I would love to see more figure skating in PreCure. Another character focused on figure skating would be really amazing. And figure skating also has a musical aspect, you know, the athlete choosing a song to perform. I would love if their character song was the song that they were going to perform. You know, things like that, or maybe like the ending song in an orchestra way. I would love to see it. I think there are lots of creative possibilities for this theme to be worked in a season with a character. I think I would love to see a season focused on this, but I feel like it's too out there. I don't really see it happening. If it does happen, I would be blown away, I believe. But, you know, that's not what I would ask for, because I know it's not that believable. And now, another thing that I would love to see. Dark Cures. It's been kind of a while that we had Dark Cures that were kind of relevant. Dark Cures are also kind of a staple in PreCure. Not always, but sometimes they appear. We had Dark PreCure, which was a huge part of Heart Catch and an integral part of Moonlight's storyline. We had Bed and PreCure in Smile, for example, which were gorgeous. I love the Dark Cure designs. Oh my god, they never miss. They never miss. We had Cure Unlovely in Happiness Charge. We had Dark Tender in Happiness Charge was a party. I'm sorry, Delicious Party, but Happiness Charge was a party. I feel like there are so many nice concepts in Happiness Charge, and I'm always coming back to them. You know, the minions, the form changes, the Dark Cures. There is a lot happening in Happiness Charge, and I love it. We had Dark Sky in Hirogaru last year, and I thought it was gorgeous. Even though it was very short, it was gorgeous. It was kind of enough to me, just having that beautiful design. I live for it. And this year, we did not have a dark cure, but we had Komugi turned into a Galgon. And girl, this Galgon design, it rocks. It looks so good. I love this. I am crazy about this Galgon design in Komugi. I really, really like it. And, I feel like this is something that I would love to see. And one specific thing that I would love to see in related to a dark cure would be the season starting with the dark cure, a girl who got PreCure powers but went to the villain's side, and then she had like this dark form of herself, and she becomes the mid-season cure by not using. Oops, sorry, I'm hitting the mic a lot. By not using her powers with darkness anymore, and so she becomes a new version of herself, and she becomes the mid-season cure of that season. I would love to see something like that, a dark cure that turns into a member of the regular team with little changes in her design, obviously, but keeping a little bit of the black, because it's always nice having like those black details in cure designs. Girl, I love it. And one last thing that I want. This is a little like minor, but I would love to see a cure with hair like Yuriko from Tropical Rouge. Girl, I love this hair so much. And again, if you are someone who follows me for a while, you probably know that I like huge, crazy, extravagant hair. I do. I'm not gonna lie. Cure March's hair is the best PreCure hair ever. I love Cure Unji's hair. I love like voluminous hair. It has to be huge. It has to be big. The bigger, the better. The more voluminous, the better. I love huge hair like this. But I'm a Gemini, so I can be someone who is a little contradictory. I can be one of those people, and I would love to see a hair like this. A small one, dark PreCure, a dark PreCure vibe. I'm coming back to another thing that I asked for, but girl, I want something like, honestly, look at this. A queen. And, it's very simple, and there's another thing that I love about this kind of hair, which is kind of like Lusamine from Pokemon. When you see, and I just said I like voluminous hair, but here's another lie. Look at Lusamine's hair. It feels like it's a cardboard. It's kind of like a cardboard hair. And this is something that we kind of had this year with Cure Nyami. I feel the same way about Nyami. I feel like it's just like a strand like of hair, but it's hard. You can go like in the hair. It feels like it's hard. It just doesn't have like this huge volume, but it's huge like Nyami. I feel like Nyami's hair is somewhat like Lusamine's hair, but depending on the perspective, you can see a lot of volume in Nyami. But at least in promo images, it is kind of like this, and I love it. I love it. Love this kind of hair. But I would love this kind of hair in a character kind of like this. A smaller hair, maybe a little stylized, obviously with a little hat, with a little something, but a hair like this, I would live. And as I said, I like big, huge, voluminous hair, but I also love an innovation. I also love a change. A short-haired cure would also be very welcome next year. Who knows? I am curious, excited, and I want it all. I want idols, I want colors, I want plot devices, and everything else. But at the end of the day, PreCure is always PreCure. It is always very enjoyable. It is always something I love. And I am going to receive the next season with open arms, even if we have pink, blue, and yellow as the starting trio. Even if we don't have a mid-season cure, for example, And even if we don't have anything that I asked for, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it is all PreCure. It is all part of this franchise we love so much. And I am just happy that we're getting more. I am just happy that we're having another season. I'm curious for the name. I'm curious for the logo. I cannot wait to start theorizing based on the name that we're gonna have. Girl, I am excited. Anyways, babies, this is it for now. I'm going to take this little time to thank the members of the Magical Cinema channel. If you're a member here on YouTube, if you're a member on Patreon, if you're someone who supports me on Throne, thank you very, very much for your support. I really appreciate it. And if you've watched up until now, thank you. 20 minutes, girl. I did not want this video to be this long. Anyways, babies, this is it for now. If we do not have the title until the end of November, like 27, we're gonna start doing vigil live streams like we did last year, waiting for the updates. We are gonna do that. Anyways, babies, this is it. Thank you so much for watching, and until next, share in the comments your 5 biggest wishes for 2025 PreCure. Let's keep talking about it. Thank you. Until next time. Bye bye.